Hello and welcome back to the latest episode of Lisburn Distillery Television. As ever, this week's show features the latest action both on and off the pitch from Lisburn Distillery Football Club, along with a quick look ahead to this weekend. So let's waste no more time and have a quick look at what's coming up on this week's show. We have exclusive highlights from Lisburn Distillery's last game in the Premier Intermediate League when they travelled to Solitude in North Belfast to take on Newington FC. We will be announcing as well as hearing from one of the club's latest signings. We'll be having a brief preview of Lisburn Distillery's next game, which takes place this weekend. And finally, we'll also have information on another big event taking place in the Social Club this Saturday. So all in all then, a busy show ahead, so let's head straight over to Solitude for the latest Lisburn Distillery match highlights. Lisburn Distillery went into this game against Newington determined to bounce back from two recent defeats, whilst for the host Newington they were seeking their first league win since mid-December. Newington were first to test either goalkeeper, with White's keeper Jonah Nicholl having to make a fine save to stop this effort. However, the Stout themselves were certainly not shot shy during the first half, with this effort from Johnny McCaw well struck but over the crossbar. The Whites continued to press forward, and following some fine work out wide from recent signing Joyce Doyle, young forward Matthew Swan would have been disappointed that his first touch let him down when well placed on goal. Newington were next to threaten, and Gavin Taggart will feel unlucky to see this effort just go narrowly wide of the Distillery post. 33 minutes however had passed and Distillery did take the lead, following great work from Joe Reid to head the ball into the path of Nick Beda, and the centre forward made no mistake blasting the ball home from 12 yards out. Newington pressed hard for an equaliser, however the Whites held firm to ensure that they went into the break 1-0 ahead. The second half couldn't have started any better for Lisburn Distillery, as within a minute of the restart it was 2-0. Great through ball found Matthew Swan in space, and the young striker this time made no mistake lofting the ball over the home goalkeeper Crowell. Distillery continued to play some fine, attractive attacking football, however they weren't able to add to their 2-goal tally, and indeed it was Newington who scored the third goal of the game when former White striker Francis Dugan was in hand to convert well from just inside the 18-yard area. Chances continued to flow for both sides, with White's Johnny McCaw unfortunate in this effort, which just sailed narrowly over the top of the Newington crossbar, and then again from this free kick, which just went into the side netting. As the game entered the final phase of play, Newington upped the tempo as they desperately went in search of an equaliser, Robert McVarnick being the closest of the lot, hitting the outside of the post with his late effort in the game. However, it was Distillery who held on to secure a vital 3 points following a 2-1 win at Solitude. So, a big win then for the Whites, and one which gives us a renewed optimism for the rest of the season. Since that game was played, there have been a couple of upsets in the Bluefin Sports Premier Intermediate League, with league leaders Anna United suffering their first defeat of the season as they lost 2-1 at home to Tobermoor United. Second place Queens also dropped points, only managing the 3-3 draw away to Donningstown, with that result being one of two score draws, the other seeing Myola Park drawing 1 each with Lurgan Celtic. Banbridge Town defeated Sporting Leisure Swifts 2-0 and Portstewart defeated Armagh City by a similar scoreline. Looking at the table now, we can see that Lisburn Distillery remain in 5th place in the standings, with Tobermoor moving right up onto the heels of the top two. Doddingstown and Myola Park prop up the table, however this could well change this weekend when Myola take on third from bottom side Sport and Leisure Swifts. January saw the Whites strengthen their squad with the arrival of defenders Joyce Doyle from Albert Foundry, Stuart Moore from Tullycarnet and forward Daire Rooney from Queens. Daire made his debut for the Whites last Saturday, netting a penalty in our friendly game against Malachans, and after that match I caught up with him to welcome him to the club. Daire, first of all, a massive welcome to Lisburn Distillery Football Club.
Thanks very much.
First game today, obviously just been a friendly, but you've obviously came through the full 90 minutes. You must be well pleased with that.
Yeah, I've had a few hamstring injuries in the past, so just looking to get a few 90 minutes on the belt and get fit again.
And the penalty, which went in the back of the net, always good to get the first goal for the new club.
Yeah, I was keen to hit it. I missed a few earlier on, so I was happy to get that one.
And moving forward then, obviously then, how are you looking forward to settling into the Whites?
Well, all the boys have been very welcoming. Colin, George, the same, so just looking forward to playing again, and I think we're going to have a strong finish this season.
Expecting to score a few goals along the way, hopefully?
Absolutely.
Armagh City next week. I mean, I'm sure you've maybe played against them before. It's an important game for the Whites, obviously, to try and build on the win against Newington last week.
Yeah, I think it's a home which will help us. We've got a bit of a system now, I think all the boys are on board with, so I think our pitch will suit us and we'll give Armagh trouble.
Lisburn Distillery's next game takes place here at New Grosvenor this Saturday, the 2nd of February. Our opposition on the day are Armagh City, against whom we drew 1 each when the sides last met back in September. Supporters are advised that this game will kick off at 3 o'clock PM, as will all games from now to the end of the season. So that concludes this week's show, but before we go, can I remind you of an event happening at the club directly after the match against Armagh City. Lisburn Distillery are hosting a fundraising night at the races in the Social Club at New Grosvenor this Saturday at 5 o'clock PM. We would encourage all supporters to make the effort to stay behind to support the event on the day, and indeed to sponsor some horses or indeed a race if you haven't already done so. Events like this are vital to the well-being of the club, so your support on the day would be greatly appreciated. And further details on the event can be found on the club's website and social media. So that's it. Thanks once again for watching today's show, and until the next time, come on you Whites! Bye for now.